A cockroach has always looked simple to me. At first, I never gave much thought to cockroaches. They were just pests, dirty creatures scurrying across the kitchen floor or darting under the fridge. I'd seen them in movies, often depicted as creatures that only lived in the dirtiest places. You hear horror stories about them, but they always seemed so small, insignificant, just a nuisance. But once I started digging into how a cockroach really works, everything changed. I didn't expect to find a creature this resilient, this ancient, and this capable of surviving almost anything. Cockroaches are survivors, and I never truly understood what that meant until I really studied them. The resilience of a cockroach. When I began to learn about them, I discovered that cockroaches have been around for over 300 million years. That's longer than dinosaurs, longer than most animals we know today, and it gives you an idea of just how adaptable and resilient they really are. Cockroaches have survived everything from mass extinctions to nuclear disasters. But how is it possible for these insects to endure for so long? What makes them so special, and why are they still among us after all this time? I was particularly surprised when I learned how adaptable cockroaches are. Their ability to survive radiation, extreme heat, and even food scarcity is nothing short of incredible. I used to think that cockroaches were just annoying bugs that didn't serve much purpose, but as I kept reading, I learned they play important roles in their ecosystems, even if that role is often overlooked. They're the ultimate survivors, and their story is far more complex than I ever imagined. The biology of a cockroach. A cockroach's anatomy might look simple at first glance. They have a flat, oval-shaped body, 6 legs, and 2 antennae. But when you dig deeper, it becomes clear how finely tuned these creatures are to survive in a variety of environments. Cockroaches are equipped with special features that allow them to thrive in almost any condition. First, let's talk about their exoskeleton. A cockroach's outer shell is incredibly strong, providing protection from physical damage and dehydration. Their hard, waxy exterior allows them to withstand extreme environmental conditions, including long periods without food or water. But it's not just their shell that's impressive. Cockroaches have specialized sensors all over their bodies, including on their legs and antennae, which help them navigate and sense danger in their environment. This heightened awareness makes them nearly impossible to catch when they're running away from a threat. In fact, a cockroach can run at speeds up to 3 miles per hour, which might not sound like much, but it's incredibly fast for a creature of its size. Their legs are also designed for rapid movement, and they can even jump if necessary. With their quick reflexes and superior senses, cockroaches can avoid predators with impressive agility. Cockroaches and their lifespan. Interestingly, cockroaches don't live particularly long lives. Most species live for about 1 year, though some can live up to 2 years. But during that short life, they're capable of laying hundreds of eggs, ensuring that their population remains stable, even in environments where food is scarce. One of the most incredible features of cockroaches is their ability to adapt to extreme conditions. For example, they can survive without food for up to a month, and can live for weeks without their heads. This resilience is part of what makes them so difficult to eradicate. In fact, cockroaches have survived in every single environment on Earth, from tropical rainforests to the freezing cold of the Arctic. Even in urban areas, where they've adapted to living alongside humans, they thrive, feeding on discarded food and trash. Cockroaches and evolution. The evolutionary history of cockroaches is a fascinating one. These insects belong to the order Blatodia, and they are among the oldest living creatures on Earth. The earliest cockroaches appeared around 350 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs roamed the Earth. Over time, cockroaches adapted to a wide range of environments, which explains why we see so many different species today. One of the most interesting aspects of cockroach evolution is their relationship with other creatures. Though they seem solitary and independent, cockroaches are actually closely related to termites. In fact, Some scientists believe that termites evolved from cockroaches. This relationship shows how adaptable and diverse the Blatodia order is, capable of evolving into creatures with very different lifestyles. Cockroaches and their superpowers. Cockroaches are often associated with filth and decay, but they're much more than just pests. In fact, their superpowers make them one of the most fascinating creatures on Earth. Take, for example, their ability to survive radiation. It turns out that cockroaches are much more resistant to radiation than humans or most other animals. While a human might be killed by a dose of radiation far lower than what a cockroach can tolerate, these insects can withstand extreme doses of radiation that would be lethal to most other life forms. But it's not just radiation that cockroaches can endure. They're also capable of surviving extreme heat. Some species of cockroaches can withstand temperatures of up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees Celsius, a temperature that would be lethal to most other creatures. This heat resistance is yet another testament to their evolutionary adaptability. Cockroaches and their role in ecosystems. In many ecosystems, cockroaches play an important role in maintaining balance. They are scavengers, feeding on decaying organic matter, and this helps to break down dead plants and animals, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. Without cockroaches, many of these nutrients would remain locked in dead material, unable to be used by other organisms. In fact, cockroaches are vital to the functioning of many ecosystems, from rainforests to deserts. Their ability to break down and recycle organic material helps maintain healthy soil and contributes to the overall health of their environment. So, while we may see cockroaches as pests in our homes, in the wild, they're crucial to the food web and the balance of nature. The future of cockroaches. As we continue to learn more about cockroaches and their remarkable survival abilities, scientists are discovering new ways that these creatures could help us in the future. For example, researchers are studying cockroach anatomy and behavior to create new robots inspired by these insects. These robots could be used for tasks such as search and rescue missions, exploring dangerous or hard-to-reach areas, and even helping in disaster relief efforts. Cockroaches are also being studied for their potential in biotechnology. Some scientists believe that cockroaches' ability to withstand radiation and extreme conditions could lead to new breakthroughs in medicine and materials science. Their resilience could inspire new treatments for diseases, as well as new materials that can survive harsh environments. Conclusion: a creature of the past, present, and future. When I first began learning about cockroaches, I never imagined just how complex and fascinating these creatures are. They've been around for hundreds of millions of years, surviving everything from mass extinctions to nuclear disasters. They've evolved into some of the most adaptable creatures on Earth, capable of surviving extreme conditions and playing vital roles in ecosystems. Now, when I see a cockroach, I don't just see a pest. I see a survivor, a creature that has outlived many of the animals we think of as successful and continues to thrive in the world today. The next time you encounter a cockroach, you might just look at it with a little more respect. After all, it's one of the few creatures that has truly mastered the art of survival, and that's something worth admiring. Cockroaches and their sense of time. When I started diving deeper into the world of cockroaches, one of the more surprising discoveries was their remarkable sense of time. Most insects are known for their short lifespans, but cockroaches have a unique ability to adapt their behavior based on environmental cues. Researchers have found that cockroaches, unlike many other creatures, have a strong internal clock that allows them to track time with incredible precision. This ability plays a significant role in their feeding and breeding behaviors. Some species of cockroaches will become more active at certain times of the day or night, depending on factors like temperature, light levels, and the availability of food. Their nocturnal habits, in particular, are a key feature of their survival strategy. By staying hidden during the day and becoming active at night, they minimize their exposure to predators while foraging for food. This time-based strategy helps them stay elusive and avoid danger. Cockroaches and human interaction. While cockroaches may seem like they belong in the wild, they've adapted remarkably well to urban environments. Cockroaches are commonly associated with unsanitary conditions, but the truth is that they can live almost anywhere. In fact, the majority of cockroach species we encounter are highly adapted to human environments. From the dark corners of kitchens to the warmth of our homes, cockroaches have found a way to thrive alongside us. The connection between humans and cockroaches is often seen as an adversarial one, but it wasn't always that way. Throughout history, cockroaches have lived in close proximity to humans, and their success in these environments is a testament to their adaptability. In fact, the introduction of cockroaches into urban environments can be traced back to the early days of human civilization. The rise of agriculture, the building of cities, and the creation of waste systems all provided new habitats for these resilient creatures. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when cockroaches first became a nuisance to humans, but their adaptability has certainly made them one of the most successful urban pests in history. Cockroaches thrive in places where food and water are readily available, and our homes provide an ideal environment for them. In addition to feeding on crumbs, rotting food, and organic waste, cockroaches also feed on paper, glue, and other materials. As a result, they often infest places where people live, causing inconvenience and health concerns. While their presence can be problematic, cockroaches aren't just mindless pests. They are highly skilled at navigating their environments and avoiding threats. For example, cockroaches can run and hide incredibly fast when startled, often disappearing into cracks or dark corners before you even have a chance to react. This ability to stay hidden makes them difficult to catch or get rid of, especially in environments that are well suited to their needs. Cockroach behavior, the hidden genius. What really fascinates me about cockroaches is how intelligent they are, despite their tiny brains. Most cockroach species are highly social and have complex behavior patterns that allow them to live in groups and work together. For instance, when one cockroach finds food, it often secretes a trail of pheromones, a chemical signal that helps others in its group locate the food source. This communication strategy allows cockroaches to efficiently share resources and help each other thrive. Interestingly, cockroaches have been known to exhibit behaviors that suggest problem-solving abilities. In one study, researchers placed a cockroach in a maze with food at the end. The cockroach was able to find its way to the food after only a few tries, showing a level of spatial awareness and memory. It's this kind of cognitive flexibility that allows cockroaches to adapt to new challenges in their environment, making them incredibly resilient in the face of change. Perhaps even more impressive is their ability to adjust their behavior based on environmental changes. Cockroaches are able to alter their strategies in response to predators, changes in food availability, or shifts in temperature. Their incredible adaptability is a key factor in their survival, especially in environments where conditions are constantly changing. Cockroaches, heroes of the night. One of the most fascinating things about cockroaches is their nighttime activities. While most creatures are resting, cockroaches are out and about, hunting for food and shelter. They have excellent night vision, and they rely on their sensitive antennae and other sensory organs to detect the slightest movements in the environment. When it comes to finding food, cockroaches are opportunistic feeders, eating whatever they can find. From crumbs on the floor to decaying organic matter, cockroaches will consume almost anything. But their nighttime activities aren't just about eating. Cockroaches also engage in complex social behaviors during the night, including grooming, mating, and communication. Their nocturnal lifestyle gives them an advantage over other creatures, allowing them to carry out their daily activities while avoiding the dangers that come with being exposed during the day. Interestingly, cockroaches are not just drawn to food, they are also attracted to warmth and moisture. This is why you often find them in kitchens, bathrooms, or places with high humidity. In these environments, cockroaches can find everything they need to survive, including food, water, and shelter. Their preference for warm, humid areas explains why they're often found in the most comfortable spots of your home, like under the sink, behind appliances, or in bathroom corners. The evolution of cockroach resistance. As cockroaches have evolved, they've also become increasingly resistant to human attempts at controlling their population. In fact, cockroaches have developed resistance to many of the common pesticides that humans use to eliminate them. Over time, cockroaches have developed genetic mutations that allow them to tolerate higher doses of pesticides, making them even more difficult to eradicate. This resistance is part of a larger trend seen in other species as well. In nature, when an organism is exposed to a selective pressure, such as a pesticide, those individuals that have genetic traits that help them survive are more likely to reproduce. Over generations, these traits become more common in the population, leading to the evolution of pesticide-resistant cockroaches. This evolutionary arms race between humans and cockroaches is ongoing, with scientists constantly developing new ways to deal with these resilient pests. But the cockroaches are always one step ahead, adapting and evolving in response to human efforts to control them. It's this constant evolution that makes cockroaches such a difficult pest to eliminate. Cockroaches and their adaptation to urban life. Urban environments provide a unique set of challenges for cockroaches, but they've adapted to thrive in these conditions. Cities are full of resources, food, water, and shelter that cockroaches can exploit. In addition to the abundance of food waste that humans create, cockroaches also find shelter in cracks, crevices, and hidden areas of buildings. This makes urban areas ideal habitats for cockroaches, allowing them to survive and reproduce in large numbers. Cockroaches are highly adaptable when it comes to urban life. They've learned how to navigate buildings, finding the most optimal places to live and breed. They've also become experts at avoiding human attempts at pest control. The challenge for pest control companies is to understand the behavior of cockroaches and use this knowledge to create strategies that can effectively reduce their populations. This often involves a combination of techniques, including traps, baits, and targeted pesticide application. But even with all of this, cockroaches continue to thrive in urban areas. Their ability to adapt and evolve makes them one of the most successful urban pests in history. In fact, cockroaches are so well suited to city life that they're likely to be around for many years to come. Conclusion: the everlasting survivor. As I continue to learn about cockroaches, I realize how remarkable these creatures truly are. From their incredible resilience and evolutionary history to their advanced behaviors and adaptability, cockroaches are much more than just pests. They are living proof of nature's ability to create organisms that can survive against the odds. Though we may never fully appreciate cockroaches in the same way we do more charismatic animals, there's no denying that these creatures are true survivors. Their ability to adapt, evolve, and persist in a constantly changing world is a testament to the strength and ingenuity of nature. Perhaps the next time you see a cockroach, you'll take a moment to consider the incredible journey that has allowed it to endure for millions of years. After all, they may be the last creature standing long after we're gone.